Ended last season with an explosion.
Yeah.
And that's something that, when you guys first read that, like, this is actually going to happen, what was your first thoughts in the script? Seeing I mean, this monumental, you've seen explosions of vampires coming out, but never New York being essentially gone.
Yeah, yeah. My first thought was, well, am I coming back?
Yeah, exactly. Have we been cancelled?
If you
Yeah.
got some Strigoi blood in you, you can maybe come out glowing and running around.
Yes, that's right. I mean, for a 95-year-old guy, he's still up for it. That's very admirable. And that's why I love it.
I think it was really exciting because anything could happen next, and we knew that season 4 had to be completely different. It would be a new world. So we left season 3 thinking, what will we all be thrown into next year? So it was exciting, really.
The same rules of engagement don't apply anymore, do they?
Yeah.
It's like,
Now, I guess the question is, when they say that a village raises a child, is it everyone's fault that he essentially destroyed the city? Could anyone have helped and been part of it and helped him not, be that angry with his father? Did you guys ever think about that in your characters at all? Or?
well, we've all fallen with bad company at some point, but with less devastating effects, it has to be said. But he's just, he's a lost kid, and he's lost his way, and no wonder, really. It's hardly surprising that with what's happened to him, it's been quite a journey for a young boy. And
Can you tell me? So we have a time jump. Where do we find you two in this new season?
9 months later, is it?
Yeah.
It's some months later, and then we pick up with these people who aren't together as a gang anymore. We've been split apart, so we're all surviving on finding our own way, and obviously hoping we'll find our friends again and be able to work as a team against this thing. But there's no guarantee of that, and we don't know till later on whether they do get back together again.
And there's two sections of society working at the same time. There's the people that are working on the grid under the vampires, and they're following the vampire regime, and that they're the group of people that are working off grid, which is where Dutch and Satrakian are, just trying to survive.
Yeah, I mean, one thing, with the way the last season ended, and also the building, would you guys want to see a little more completion in the duoship of Vasily and your character and Dutch and Ephraim? Would you do you feel like those move forward at all in some respects? Because the father and son there, and then the possible love or anything along those lines?
Yeah. Well, I think you'll see what those powerful connections are when it comes to virtually the end of the show, and without giving too much away about who will meet up and who won't. But you get the strength, you get the feeling that there's that strength and bonding between them still. Yeah.
I think you'll be satisfied with all of the relationships in the show, as to how they all end and how the show draws to a close. I think the writers did really well this year at pulling people apart, bringing people together, and sort of just giving a nice end to storylines and hopes for futures and things. I think they did well in that.
Yeah, but not in any way sentimental, of course. It's not like, oh, so-and-so's a good guy or she's a good person, let's keep them alive because that's what the audiences want. You don't. There's no guarantees of being a good person to be surviving in this world. So I think they've been ruthlessly unsentimental in concluding these relationships and some of the characters.
Well, sir, your character started the journey, and we look forward to seeing how he ends it. So, and we look forward to seeing how I guess Dutch becomes who she is one way or the other too. So, thank you very much, and enjoy the fans.
Thank you.
Pleasure.